Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with a recommendation for you for the TV series The Creep Tapes. Here's the synopsis. This series explores a collection of videotapes from a serial killer who hires victims under false pretenses to film him. Each episode features a new victim. Alright, with that down, why do I think you should consider adding this to your watch list? Well, let's get one or two disclaimers out of the way first. First and foremost, this is a TV series, which I don't normally talk about, but the thing is, this is the third installment of a franchise, I guess you could say, with the first two installments being the films Creep and Creep 2. Hopefully you knew this already because you've seen these two films, and if you haven't, I highly recommend you check them out. They're both on Netflix at the moment, and they're absolutely worth your time. I also have to point out that I've only seen 3 of the 6 episodes, but so far, this is a complete continuation of the Creep franchise, such that it could almost be a 3-hour anthology Creep film. So yeah, close enough. Ty goes to the runner, we're going to talk about it. But that brings me to my first reason for recommending this, which is that this is a true, pure, and worthy successor to the original Creep movies. Despite this coming out 10 years after the first film, it is still so authentically Creep that if you like the first 2 movies, you have to watch this series. The second reason to check this out is obviously Mark Duplass. He has not lost a step, and with the help of his partner Patrick Bryce, the two of these guys are able to take what they created so organically in the first film and build on it in a really interesting and insightful way. And lastly, like I mentioned, I only saw the first 3 episodes of this, and there's 3 more episodes to go, but from what I've heard from other people who've seen the entire series, it sounds like the first 3 episodes is kind of more of what you love and what you've already seen, whereas the last 3 episodes goes into some really batshit territory that pushes this story and this world forward in a very big way. But the thing is, even with the first 3 episodes that are kind of more of the same, more of what you love, it still pushes the story forward in kind of an indirect way that I personally find fascinating. And without getting into spoilers, I'll just say that the first 2 films followed 2 victims that were extremely important to our main character, Aaron, played by Mark Duplass. I won't get into why they're so significant, but they are very uniquely important to Aaron. And I don't know about you, but I've always wondered, is this how Aaron is with all of his victims, that he spends hours, if not days, with all of his victims? And is this the same process that he has with every single victim? Like, what's a killing scenario with an average, nothing to write home about kind of victim? What's that look like? Well, all of those questions and more get answered via this series. And for the first time in this franchise, I think that we get to see Aaron out in the wild in his purest, rawest form. And as a result, it's extremely insightful to see who this guy is, and it kind of answers some questions about who he was back in the first movie and second movie. And considering that there are new victims in every single episode, it certainly highlights the significance of the first 2 victims that we saw in Creep and Creep 2. So yeah, seeing Aaron interact with less significant victims for the first time, that in and of itself is extremely interesting, compelling, and insightful. And if the first 3 episodes are the more of what you loved in Creep 1 and 2 episodes, then I can't wait to see what kind of batshit territory we're going to go into in episodes 4, 5, and 6. This show definitely has elements of Creep and Creep 2, but it also has some of that weird Duplass spell that they cast on you in Room 104, if you've ever seen that, as well as the anthology and found footage nature of the VHS series. And if all that sounds interesting to you, then I definitely recommend that you add Creep, Creep 2, and the Creep tapes to your watch list and give them a shot. But those are just my thoughts. Take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you seen Creep and Creep 2 yet? Have you started watching the Creep tapes? Are you completely new to this franchise? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed this video, but you want more information about what's on my watch list, what I'm currently watching, the kind of ratings I'm giving these films, as well as upcoming releases I'm looking forward to, don't forget to follow me on track.tv. My username is TIOLI_reviews. The link is in the description box. Go ahead and click it and start following me on Tracked, and I look forward to seeing you over there. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.